already press record.
Yeah.
Where you get a drink from?
Over across the.
Oh,
Yeah. You want something? I mean, yeah, you take a sip of it. It's whiskey. You know. Yeah. Knock your little edge off. How was your game tonight, man?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah,
Game wasn't bad. It was a decent game.
My season start up next week, matter of fact.
Next week?
Yep.
Oh, that's nice.
I got middle school bullshit though.
Middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Yeah, well, you know how that middle school shit be. Middle school just be, yeah.
I like it because it's a check, automatic check though.
Oh, yeah, I like it. I like middle school just because it goes
Quick.
by faster.
It depends. Nah, my partner next week, he gonna call too much. I know he is.
That be the shit.
And I'm gonna be at halftime like, hey man, everything on the floor.
Everything how them niggas be pointing.
No.
We on the floor. On the floor. No and ones here.
None. We not stopping that clock unless somebody
Do
down.
it stop? Do it stop when it's a
On free throws, yeah.
No, but do it stop when it's a foul on the floor?
It's a brief second. Report that mug, get it back in play. Let's go.
Got it. So it don't even matter if they have to inbound it, the clock's still running.
What do you mean?
Like when they if it's a foul on the floor, they gotta take out of bounds and inbound it.
It's
The
still-
clock don't stop then?
Yeah, it's stop.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
Versus 2 free throws.
True,
and
true. A lot shorter.
Yeah.
Just like with any other penalty. We stop the clock for a second and then we come back. The work we do for our children.
Man, fuck it right.
Because I'm telling you.
It's Christmas money.
Oh.
I thought about getting a second job just to.
Hey, you have to. The way shit. The way inflation is, the way the prices is up. Donnie T is back.
Oh, Donnie
Oh
T.
man. Oh
Hey,
man.
he-
Shit. Do you think you thought if you thought damn shit baby daddy was tough shit just being a black man period because
Amen.
boy they hate us
With who?
black women.
Right now?
Oh yeah, it's our fault.
Oh, it is.
We put 'em back.
What
Oh,
we was
yeah.
like? I think
We put 'em
the
back.
black women, what, 90? Was it like 90%?
It was like 91% black women that voted Democrat. It was like 73% black
Black
men.
men.
But it was still us two that voted mostly Democrat. Everybody else voted Republican. So it really wasn't our fault. Like we kind of came out. But anyway,
A lot of us can't vote no way. We fellas.
true. But you can't run for president. You can do that. That is for sure. Welcome back.
Well, yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of the Quality Truth Show on the Baby Daddying segment. Please excuse my attire. I'm just coming from a game so I can work hard to feed my children that I have. I am the one, the only ignorant intellectual Mancini himself, and I'm here with my good brother Rell.
Technically, you're not the one and only. Because you got another Mancini.
True, but he ain't quite an ignorant intellectual. I am the one and only ignorant intellectual. He is just a little me. And they are both asleep
They're on the couch. So we are real.
Bring kids to work. Bring kids to work. That's how dedicated I am to this show and my children.
I brought my son to work one day. He started tearing up my damn office, so he can't come back.
Yeah, I figured if I actually it's a good thing I work from home, so their playroom is my office.
Right.
So when they fuck up my office, they just really fucking up
They playroom.
Yeah.
So you in their space.
Technically, even though it's my house.
And then my oldest daughter, when she came to my office, she decided to get a fucking Subway sandwich with the brightest of the brightest onions on it. And left that shit in my trash can and didn't tell me.
Oh, that stank.
On a Friday.
That stank. Oh.
So when I came back Monday.
Consuelo was upset. I mean, not Consuelo. I don't know if her name's Consuelo.
It's not.
What's her name?
They clean my office?
Yeah.
It's Maria.
Yeah, that's what I thought. No, I'm just playing.
It's Maria.
It's Maria. Consuelo, Maria Consuelo.
Shout out to Maria, though. That's my dog.
Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen.
She hit me the other day. She said, Jefe, do we got anything this weekend?
Jefe. What is Hefe? Hefe
Boss.
is boss. Yeah, I'm about to say, because I heard, say, Shot Glizzy talking about young Hefe, huh? Young Hefe. Okay, so it's been a couple of weeks since I've seen you. I've been podding with other people because,
That's fucked up.
I mean, we haven't done a baby daddy segment.
But don't pod with other people.
Well, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. It was just for a time.
It's just for a time.
So how has baby daddy been for you for the past couple of weeks?
Who?
Or fathering, whichever one.
Fathering. We'll say fathering.
Baby daddy has been cool?
Nope. Baby daddy has actually been okay.
Hey, look at there. Baby daddy has
all right, so
okay.
we're going to go back to the first episode. You remember that prayer that I said might not touch the ceiling?
Correct.
It went.
It went?
My oldest daughter, be moving in January. She's switching schools in January. Start a fresh slate. She gonna go to North.
Oh, congratulations, bro. That's huge, bro.
It is.
That's huge. That is huge.
She's starting to reconsider.
Who?
My daughter.
The daughter's starting to
reconsider. Yeah, because she know that ain't going for that bullshit.
Oh, yeah. But you talked about that, though. You talked about how the differences and just how it is. And so did. It's going to be an adjustment period for her. But
it is.
She'll be all right.
Now, baby daddying with the middle child, my daughter. Remember, I was talking about trying to get her to go to school. Remember?
Yeah. Going from homeschool to public school.
I thought she was going to be weird. Socially awkward.
Socially awkward, weird, and everything.
And the crazy thing is, it's not even the baby mama. It's the baby... The grandparent.
And we talked about that too.
Yeah, we talked about grandparents, and I think the grandparent on that side is being a little overbearing.
Yeah.
And don't want her to go to school because she think it's bad.
She think public school is bad versus her staying at home school.
Yeah, right.
So she kind of wants to protect her. It sounds like.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't protect kids from the outside world
because they're going to see the outside world.
And if you try to keep them away from it, honestly, you really are hindering them more than anything.
Right, because they're going to see the outside world regardless. They got TikTok, they got Instagram, they got all this shit. They're going to see what's going on regardless. And then last, Jameson is doing a lot more talking.
That's good.
They don't know him by Jameson. Brody Boy is doing a lot more talking.
Brody Boy is doing a lot more talking. That's great.
It fucked me up the Tuesday.
Yeah.
I sneezed. And little niggas looked at me dead in the face and said, "Bless you." Didn't know what to do.
Thank you.
No, you know how it is. It's like, what'd you say?
Yeah.
He didn't say it again. He just walked off.
He just walked off.
Yeah, he just walked off.
That's all you get.
Nigga, I said it.
I said it. I'm not saying it again. No, that's how my son is. There was a time where he just wasn't talking at all. It was very nonverbal. Yeah. And then it would just be spurts of words.
I said, looked at me dead in the face. Said, "Bless you."
Word.
And I said, I froze. I was like, ain't nobody there. I couldn't called his mama yo, he just said bless you. What? He just said bless you. He always say bless you. No, when I sneezed, he said bless you.
Yeah. So he actually registered that I sneezed and know that the response to that is bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been, I can honestly say, it's been great baby daddying for this past couple weeks.
That's awesome. For me. That's awesome, bro.
Shit,
because you've been kicking backs in for the past. Never mind. I mean, we're not gonna stick. We ain't gonna talk about that.
I got stories.
Yeah, of course,
got stories.
We always got stories.
Because my daughter.
Yeah.
She's still gonna give me something.
She gonna give you something more. Well, fathering is just that's gonna be an up and down thing. If you can keep the baby daddy and thing down, the shit with their mama, if you can keep that shit cool,
I keep that to a bare minimum.
Well, then that's
because me and my baby mama have been the oldest one. We've been on one accord. I don't know what's happening. What type of
maybe the prayer that she said, some other prayers.
Maybe she started praying. I don't know.
Maybe she did start praying. Because either way, shout out to you for making.
Shout out to her and shout out to her husband because he's
coming along.
I don't care what he do, but whatever he doing is working.
Well, maybe he changed his mind. He's like, shit, baby, maybe we do need to have the house to ourselves for a little bit.
You know what I mean? I don't care what you do, brother.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't get in my way, dog. Stay out my way.
So. I was fathering and baby daddying for you.
Baby daddying has been smooth for the most part. Fathering has been a little tough. So with my son, he started kindergarten this year.
He started kindergarten.
It started off kind of rough, things are getting better. He's been going through evaluations and assessments to see where he is. He was diagnosed recently with autism, something that was really tough for me and his mom. We saw things. And the thing about it is that for us, it was just like his preparation for school. And I think at one point in time, you know how like Brody wasn't. He just started like really saying words and stuff like that. We were focused when he was around Brody's age. That's all we was focused on.
Right.
And I'll say that to anybody, like if you have a child who is nonverbal or a child that, you know, that may be on the spectrum or what have you, you know, if you recognize it early enough, right?
You get the help early enough.
Get the help early enough. And because we were so focused on the speech part.
But it's way more, like, boy.
But for us, it was, we just want him to be able to speak because we saw like he could do things. It was just like he wasn't speaking, right?
Yeah.
So, because I mean, for the most part, he was pretty independent. So what we missed was like the occupational piece, like his motor skills and him being able to write and stuff like that. It was just like it wasn't forced or pushed because at that time we just wanted him to be able to communicate with us. So that's why we put him in speech therapy because we thought that like that would help because again, we didn't know where he was.
Yeah, and you see, me and Brody's mom have an advantage because she's an educator.
Yeah, y'all work in the school system.
Yeah, I was an educator.
Yeah.
And then I started off with EC kids.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, when I seen him, what I seen him do, when he first turned 1, I seen him kind of like STEM. I was like, ooh, shit. And then I seen it again and again and again.
Yeah.
And I started to see like less and less of him answering to us.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm ringing the alarm now. He's 1, but we got to ring it now.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we're going to be behind.
Yeah.
So me ringing it with men, we tend to sometimes in certain situations, we tend to see stuff that's fucked up and we're like, okay, we got to fix it now. Women, she was like, my baby ain't got, my baby ain't got.
Yeah, we both were like that in the beginning because again, like for me, it was because I honestly feel like that it's been like a overly diagnosed thing.
I think it is.
I believe that it's overly diagnosed, and again, like it's such a wide spectrum,
right?
That you don't know where your child necessarily falls. They just kind of give you the overall, they're on the spectrum, they're autistic. And I think for me, it was frustrating more so with the school because of, one, when we went in there, we explained, like, look, like, this is where, like, we feel like that he is. Like, this is, we know he's unique. He has his certain ways. We don't want him to be treated as if it's a behavioral issue. And what happened? They treated it like it was a behavioral thing. Like, it seemed like it was, like, like he is this nuisance and like he had, the calls I had because he had kept getting into it with this one kid. Come to find out, like that kid loves him, right? And it was just like, I know my child, right? And it was like the things I didn't want to be, like you want to be wrong about certain things. I wanted to be wrong about like how they would, see him or treat him.
Yeah.
And I wasn't. Like they kind of treated him that way, and without knowing all the information, they just kind of put a lot of stuff on him. And then like once we finally got the diagnosis or he went through the process and all the assessments and tests and everything like that or whatever, and we came like right now we're in the process of getting his IEP together and waiting for like we went through the whole whatever they assessed or whatever, and now we're waiting on just like what the plan is going to be. And he's already starting to receive the resources. Now we'll find out exactly what those resources are. So it's a relief. It's been really
a lot out because we got, of course, we knew what steps to take.
Yeah.
So it's a little different for us. Like, I'm like, well, I know the special children's school can house them. And shout out to the special children's school. Shout out to everybody that works there because they have to deal with those kids and way more severe than Brody daily.
Yeah.
Daily,
that's what I recognize. Yeah.
Daily. I mean,
and that's also an option that we thought about too.
Right. Yeah. And they got kindergarten.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. I'm an advocate for them. Like I would definitely say, Lucini need to go there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because he's going to get the teaching small classroom setting. 6 to 7 kids, 3 teachers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you want.
That's what you want. Yeah, because I mean, right now he's in a class with 20 kids, and
he or she.
Both
cannot.
of them, yeah, it's two of them in there, but it's just too much.
They can't
manage all that, and I get that, right? And I definitely understand that. For me, I wanted to. I guess what was more heartbreaking for me was that like the progress that he had made, because he had been making so much progress and continuously getting better. And for me, it was just like, okay, if he's continuously making progress, okay, maybe it's more of a developmental delay versus autism, and it could still be that. And I know that he has probably ADHD, like his focus and things like that or whatever. And then again, like the autism is there, and I think for me it was about accepting that, and I'm still struggling or still fully trying to accept it, because again, like the selfish part of me is thinking like, well fuck, what happened, what
it always is that. What the fuck did my nut do?
Yeah, like what did my nut do or didn't do? You know what I'm saying?
Like, nigga,
and then like it's just again one of those things, like your support system, right? His grandma, and talking to my mom, and like, okay, he spent all this time with you, like, you start thinking about the things that you probably could have done more, and it's just like you try not to, like, I'm just try not to beat myself up about it.
But you don't know what you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know, and that's what I have to give myself grace on. And shout out to my my kid's mom, like, cause me and her, we've been doing this together, like going through this process together, and she's bringing me things, and while I can honestly say that I've probably been the more resistant one. Because I wanted my son to be able to flourish and kind of like open up on his own. And while he's made strides each and every year, again, like I said, the heartbreaking part was that it just wasn't enough. So just to kind of sum all that up, my week or my couple of weeks has just been a lot of that, like calling centers, trying to figure out if he can get evaluations outside of the school, and trying to make all of that go together.
What centers are? I turn you on the one Brody go to. Discovery. ABA.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. We're on the waiting list. We're on the waiting list for a lot of them.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Then I got a cousin, Sierra. She has one out in Clemens.
Okay.
So I was gonna get him there, but we got him in Discovery, and he just took off. So which. The crazy thing is, most kids with autism, they don't adapt to change.
Yeah.
He falls right into that shit. Like, he don't care. Like, oh, you gonna let me play and do work? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I think that's the thing about it with Mancini too. Like, Deuce is just like, it just takes time for him to adjust to a new routine. And I knew once he was in school, just like I saw when he did with karate. Like karate, he at first when he started going, like, he'd be all over the place doing whatever the fuck he want. Because the thing about it is just like, if we're not there, then it's just like, oh, okay, well, I can just do whatever. Yeah. Versus like, okay, I gotta listen to them or whatever. Yeah. And I think we've protected him for so long and been that
crutch,
crutch, or just that safety blanket for him, to where it's just like he only recognizes, okay, like I need to act like I have some sense when they're around. If they're not around, I can do whatever. Because I don't know these people, I don't trust them, I don't have to listen to them. And I think that's, now that adjustment period now is just like, yeah, bro, like, you've got to listen to more than just us. And I think for me, again, like, he's a very intelligent kid. He knows what's going on. He can do things on his own. He's very independent. It's about the cognitive piece, him understanding things. Like, he can read really well, but he can't really tell you what he's reading. He just can read the shit just like fluently.
And that should be funny.
Yeah, it should be crazy.
So,
bro.
Give your story, and then we'll move on. So, ABA, they got to come do home visits, or y'all have to go to the center. So they came to do a home visit.
Yeah.
Brody is at home. He's over this. It's time for me to play. So we got these puzzle pieces with ABCs. So we handed him the ABCs just randomly. He naming them Y, Z, T. So he get tired. He get frustrated. So he put his hand. So he's like, "Come on, Brody." He snatches all the pieces from his mama and go Z, Y, F, I, D. And he did it real fast. And when he got to the last one, threw that shit on the floor and walked off.
I am fucking done.
Right.
I'm done.
And the ABA in the BCA, she was like, where did that come from? I said, well, you got to realize he's with two educators. He's not gonna. He knows what's going on. He just don't like doing the shit.
Yeah, he just don't like doing it. Yeah,
he do it when he wants to.
And that's most. And look, and that's what's so wild, right? It's just like you have the high functioning kids with autism, and it's just like I believe like by the time like our kids are like 11 and 12, we may not be able to even tell.
No, I don't think we will.
And that's the thing. And that's what's so crazy about it now, because
I think we'll be able to tell because they're going to outsmart the shit out of us.
And we going to know, like we know our kids. So we going to know, but to everybody else, like my thing is just I want him to be able to socially interact with other people.
And you know, I seen my son do that today, this morning when I dropped him off at school. I've never seen him go sit beside another kid. He sat beside another kid. And his teacher was like, I said, damn, he sat beside, he said, oh, he loves him.
Yeah,
they play all day. They don't play together, but they parallel play all day.
Yeah, and that's
and they cannot play on each side of the room. They got to play right beside each other.
Yeah, and that's for him. Like the kids in his class love him, right? And it's so crazy. Like the kids in his class love him. They have recognized that he doesn't do too much talking to anybody or whatever, and they even kind of like speak up for him. It's kind of heartbreaking too at the same time, but it's like okay, like they know him and whatever, and it's just. Man, it's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. It's intense. And it's just like you don't it's hard to talk to anybody about it that doesn't have children.
And it's scary.
Yeah, it's very scary. Because all I think about is my kids being independent and getting prepared for
life.
The world.
Yeah. But see, the thing with the other scary part for me was his mom want to have another kid. And I'm just like, I understand that. Yeah, because what if this kid come out worse than this kid?
Yeah, it could potentially.
I don't know what's going on with me and you. We can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know what's going on with me. I need to. So it was very, very scary in that aspect. And I was just like, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah,
and it's one of those things like she's like understanding, but she's still like, nigga.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just like it's no guarantee, right? It's no guarantee, and you know, you never know where it stemmed from. Sometimes it's genetic, sometimes it's a traumatic event,
right?
You know, and I think like you know, that's the thing, and also we're also a part of the generation where like we have the resources. And no matter how we may feel personally, right, we tend to not project that on our kids.
Yeah, because we want our kids to be high functioning. We want our kids to be
we want them to be successful in whatever that looks like, right? After you get over that initial like selfish feeling of like, what did I do? I didn't, you know, whatever, I don't want to believe it or whatever, like you move past that and get to a point where it's just like, okay, this is truly about my kid at this point. So I say all that to say that it has been a very intense, a very up and down, you know, stressful past couple of weeks, but not necessarily in a bad way. It was just very hard to hear some of the things that you're hearing because you go through listen to the people who don't know your child like that, kind of like tell you all the things that they're not doing versus what they are doing. And then, you know, you be put in a situation. So, Let's talk about some co-parents. Let's talk about how we could potentially. We have a situation that you sent to me. What's up?
Oh, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
What's up? No,
go ahead.
Okay.
I'm just gonna take a sip of this.
We have a situation, and these are young parents, right? You know, we're a little bit older. They're young.
Yeah,
they're young parents. New parents, first child, right?
Correct.
That are no longer together.
After they had the child, it ain't last about 6 months.
That's typically, you know, that happens, right? That happens.
I wonder why though.
Because as we both know, children tend to change things.
Yeah,
you know, children. It sounds good before they get here.
It do.
It sounds great. We're gonna do this. We're gonna raise his family. We're gonna do this
white
all
picket fence type shit. Get a dog
together. We're gonna do all of this.
Girl,
all of this together.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Girl,
we ain't doing
shut your ass up. Your ass up. Nigga, shut your ass up.
So basically, what you're saying is, we seen
What did you? Yeah,
Miss
because you
Bailey,
sent it to me.
Miss Bailey have an outburst.
Yes,
and I sent it to you.
She had a very humble crash out.
Humble
It was
crash
a very,
out.
very nice way to
I
crash out.
sent it to you, but then I had to think.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go back. I said, postpartum is real.
This is very true.
And I had to take a step back. I said, you doing something. You feel entitled.
So tell me, what was your initial thought?
Oh, you entitled baby mama.
Okay.
That man is in his son's life, and he's doing cool things with his son. It's a memory for him, and his son ain't gonna remember the shit, but he'll see the shit later on in life. Like, hey, I was on that. Okay, cool. But it's a memory that he's creating for his son. It's a memory that he's creating for himself. That man is shining right now as a father.
Yeah.
From my understanding.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing in the background, but on the public eye that they're putting it on,
He just seems to be a decent father.
a decent father.
I mean, enough to where like he can take him, and they probably have an understanding to where he can, have the child for whatever time period that they have him.
Correct.
And like he said, like he speaks up for his kid's mom, like to say he's going to protect her because she is his kid's mom, and he's not going to.
He did throw her under the bus a couple times.
I mean, but he also, stated that nobody else is going to do it. Even if I do, ain't nobody else going to do it. Nobody else is going to attack my baby mom. Like if I have an issue with her, and again, we gotta remember the times we in. Like these they internet kids, so they gonna put things.
He's definitely an internet kid.
Yeah. And
he made his.
That's where he got his notoriety. That's why we know him. So I think that in this situation, I definitely understand what you're saying, right? Like initially, like my initial thought is, okay, this is a control thing.
Right.
Like this is a control thing. You can't like we said in the first episode, you cannot control
what I'm doing.
Who I have this child around, and you can't control what I do with. You got to trust that I don't want to put my child in any type of harmful situation.
And then the crazy thing is the car guy bought him gifts.
Yeah.
He bought the kid. And she came back, she doubled back, and she apologized.
Yeah. Oh, she did apologize.
She did apologize. She said, I'm sorry for my outburst, Thank you, Kai, for buying gifts. Just generic.
Well, I think it's more so she don't have an issue with Kai because
she was like, I just was mad that I wasn't told.
Right. And here's my initial thought. I don't have to tell you shit.
Don't have to tell you nothing.
I don't have to tell you nothing.
And I'm not gonna tell you nothing if I don't. If you didn't call me. If you call me and I'm like, oh yeah, what y'all doing? Oh, we at the mall.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't feel like that I have to.
Let me take that back. I done lied a couple times because I wasn't supposed to be somewhere I was. But that ain't
got nothing to do with the baby though.
Yeah, the baby wasn't supposed to be there. She did not want that girl around that baby there.
Oh,
but that's okay.
Well, again, it goes back to you didn't want that, but the reality is, if we ain't together, then
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna, but yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta lie just to kind of save it. I mean, I get that. You like sometimes you gotta and die with the lie, nigga. Die with the lie. Die with the lie. But I think so. One of my initial thought is this is your typical time period where we talked about like the breakup is fresh, right? Breakup is fresh. We just had a baby, right? You trying to control what I do with the kid, just like no different than you can't have the baby around this person. XYZ. You better not have this around. It's the same thing essentially, where it's just like unless you all had an understanding, which this shit goes out the window either way, right? Yeah. He clearly, first of all, this is a stream that's seen by millions. At least hundreds of thousands, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that he would, this is just my thought. I don't think that he would go up there knowing that she didn't want him to be up there.
Right.
And I also don't think that he would go up there on a stream where everybody can see.
Well, we gotta jump on her ass too, though.
Well, let's stay on him first.
Okay, get on. Yeah, I'll get on her.
Then you can get on her. Then we'll talk about the postpartum thing you talked about because that's a very good point. So to throw him some bail, I don't think that he would go up there. I don't think you would knowingly go up there to a stream where possibly millions of people are watching, and as if you don't know that some of those millions of people might know who your baby mama is, and will reach out to her to let her know, hey, yo, this nigga is up here, right? So. That's number one. Well, number 2, because my thing is that unless y'all had a conversation about, okay, you need to tell me if you gonna take him, take her or him. I don't know.
Him. It's him.
It's a him.
Yeah.
Halo.
Yeah.
It's a boy name. Okay, so take him to these places, right?
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen again, unless y'all have a custody agreement about what's laid out, where he's supposed to be, where you got to have a kid at, and everything like that. If you ain't got none of that, then this is my child. He's with me, so he's on my time. So he gonna come me where I go.
Leave me the fuck alone.
Leave me the fuck alone. I don't say shit about you taking him wherever. Like if you take him to the View, I ain't gonna say shit.
Now that's where we're gonna go.
All right, let's go. You on her.
So
ass.
we on her ass.
All
So
right, let's go.
She posted a little dude, little Halo, working out. Oh, I'm getting a makeup trailer. Now you have millions of people looking at you as well.
Correct.
You're not just some run of the mill. You Beyonce's proteges.
Correct. One of them. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
You post them on TikTok all the time.
Yeah.
You post them on this. You post them on that. Hell, your sister was in Belize with the little mother. I mean, walking them around. Hey, look at my nephew. Anything for him.
So what's the
difference?
And I think there is also bigger than her, right? There is this. And while I understand it, right, sometimes because the way I think it's been portrayed out there, that women care more than men about their children. And there is this misconception that mama bears, while there's a mama bear, yes, I want to be protective over my child, that you can do the things that you're asking your baby daddy not to do. And that's where it's not. And that's where one, as fathers, as like the other half of this is just like, okay, if I'm involved, I'm sorry, baby, you can't pull that card of I'm the mama bear, I'm taking care of this child, I'm doing all of this by myself. You're not doing it by yourself. No, right?
You have a partner.
You have a partner. And so just because I'm on a stream, what's the difference between him being on your, like you said, all your socials? Yeah. Your sister has them. That's just because he's around people that I may know, except for the people that are watching, there's no real difference. I still have to trust that you, just like how you just think it's expected that a man is supposed to trust that a woman knows what to do with the child. Right. The same grace has been given to the male, especially if he's involved and he's a good father. It's like he a good father as long as he's around me. Exactly
doing what you want him to do.
And that's where the game get fucked up. That's where you have a lot of issues because you can't crash out on me saying that I'm doing something that's out the way when baby you did the same thing.
You do the same thing daily. Every time he's with you. Every time you go work out. Me and Halo went to the gym today.
That's how we know that they didn't have a conversation about, because if anything, it should be a conversation about the internet. I don't want my child on the internet. Period. Right? If that's the conversation.
And then what's crazy is they used to put, little smiley faces and shit on his face.
Yeah, used to cover it up just like they used to do the niggas. I've had a smiley face over.
You too?
Nah. Not that I know of. I had no smiley face.
You probably have.
Don't be hiding me, bitch.
Show us.
Show me. I have had that. Oh man, my first. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Anywho,
early in the game. Shout out to you.
Anywho,
hold it down.
POP.
Barely. Go ahead.
But they used to put stars and everything over his face.
Yeah.
He used to do the same thing. But then I seen the trend of her posting them in the gym.
Yeah.
So when she started doing that,
but it took it because naturally you wait. Naturally, the
men, we just wait to see what's going to happen.
We wait to see how the woman wants to handle it. And wait to see how mom wants to handle it. Then okay, we'll go from there. Yeah. Now once that's done, then okay, boom. Like we you know what I'm saying, we in there.
True. Okay.
We in there.
Who that white woman?
I ain't sure, but she's not associated with mine. Not associated with my show. So okay, so we got that out.
Yeah. Now you go to postpartum.
Postpartum is where now I give her some grace.
I give her grace right now.
I have to give her grace at postpartum because postpartum is real. We don't know what they're going through, what that breakup was like, or anything like that, right? Regardless, and who knows? They might be doing little slick shit behind each other, like to say, I'm taking a hit. It could have been that. I give her grace because postpartum is real, and either a woman doesn't want to be around the child or she always wants to be around the child. It may be killing her that she can't, when she has to let him go, right? And I think a lot of women are like that. I think men are we are more prepared to not necessarily be there all the time because naturally, like I talked about like before, in one of the episodes that we haven't got because it's anyway. We talked about shout out to you, nigga. I love you, but you know what I'm saying? My episodes is lost and found. So we
come on, man. You know how the art. Cause you know me, I'm a mean ass, and I fuck around and put my
I didn't say anything.
I know, but I don't know how to take.
Lost and found, man.
I know, but you know me, I might say something to him. I see him out.
No, we ain't gonna do all that.
See, that's
there's no need to do all that. All right, boom. So, what was I saying?
Postpartum shit.
Postpartum. All right, now. So look at us. So postpartum is real. So if you know, or even if you don't if you don't understand it, right? Because most men don't understand it unless you've been through it, unless you've been with a woman while she's going through that time. And I have too. Like that shit is really real. It's a very sensitive time. That's why like my girl Teray told me this when Aisley was first born. She said that first year, be patient because postpartum is so real.
And the crazy thing is, I was very, very patient. Mm-hmm. Very, very, very patient. Mm-hmm. I was patient. Mm-hmm. To the point where I didn't know what to do. Yeah. Anything that little baby had went through, she just bust out into tears. Bust out into tears. I was in the car crying my damn self.
Yeah, okay. That's how you say shit. You done got it on me. On me, legit. I think we, especially if you are, if you're around her during that time, like I think you start.
You feel it.
You feel that, like we don't get again, we don't get the same grace because, of course, we're not the mothers. However, we still feel that. We still feel the energy.
We have to go through it.
Yeah, we got to go through it.
Because you got to go through it.
Yeah, so we there with you.
You're projecting that shit right in my face, and I'm like,
oh, shit.
I mean, I'm calling people. I'm like, hey, man, just come to the house. Maybe if she sees some people, she
might be okay. You try to do whatever you can.
I'm talking about, man, it was so bad, bro. Like, it was just like, I remember like it was just I was getting off work, and then when she was calling like, you gotta come home, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck, baby got a diaper rash.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's my fault, I'm wiping them too hard. I was like, no, just
put some Destiny on his ass and we'll be all right.
What the Aqua4 at?
Just get the stuff and we'll be okay.
Yeah, the Aqua4 is me. I was
okay.
Like, whoa.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? When they did that, I said, hey, we need to get you something because something.
Whether it's time, space, whatever you need, you gotta figure out what you
need. Take a couple days off,
and that sometimes don't work either. Because like you don't want to be. It's like
I don't want to be away from.
I don't want to be away, and I think everything's my fault.
Right, and I'm like,
but that's how like they shit is all over the place, and that's why you got to be patient. So I say we say that to say like I get it, right? You have your moment where you crash out because you seeing this, you feeling like something isn't right, you feeling like okay, like I'm not in control, I don't know who's looking, but then like you don't, and in the moment, again, like you said, she came back and apologized. In the moment, you don't realize, oh damn, like I kind of do the same shit, but it's different when you looking at it from the outside looking in, and you don't have any control of it, and that really be a thing. It's like the control factor of it being able to keep the child in your comfort zone for you.
And then the one thing I hate with we'll just call it, say like entitled parents. We're not gonna say entitled mothers because then I might get pushed
entitled parents. I mean, but niggas be entitled too.
Yeah, I hate my son, my daughter, your child. I hate that. Yeah, because we 50-50 as parents. Mm-hmm. That's just as much your child is just as much mine. So why every time the child get in trouble, come get your child? Mm-hmm. But why every time the child do something great, look at my daughter? Mm-hmm. Why ain't it ours?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the hours, my versus yours and stuff like that. Yeah, that's something that, and you don't think about it and shit like that. Because I'll definitely say my son.
Yeah.
But the only reason I say my son is with my youngest, like, he's got other brothers
True.
that aren't mine. So I'll be like, yo, what
Oh,
my son doing?
okay.
Yeah,
What
what my
my-
son doing? Well, and I could say our,
Yeah.
but it's just easy. It's just 2 letters, so I say my. That's usually how it come down.
And I correct all mine all the time. Well, your daughter, no, our daughter. What she
Yeah,
do?
yeah, I feel that, and I don't. My thing is that and I mean my Ashley does that like with Deuce. Say you need to come get your son. You need to come get your daughter.
Because now she pissed off at him.
Yeah, she mad. Yeah, she mad.
So I know.
And I think we hardly ever say our. I think
Nobody does it. But I want to bring. I want to bring back 50-50 parenting.
I think it's still there. It's just like I even do that with my sisters. Like it's like, you talk to your mama today.
Me too. I do that because the motherfucker done got.
Yo, she done got on my nerves. You don't talk to your mama today.
Shit, Tanya trying to get me to do shit now that I ain't want to do.
You need to talk to your mama, bro. I don't know what's going on with her.
Nah, I'm like, man, stop doing that to me. Like, because when you say it like that, I feel like when my daughter gets in trouble, when she say your daughter did this, I feel like you're projecting what she did because on me, and it's like my fault.
Yeah, I think in most cases, again, it's just they pissed you off. The kid pissed them off, so it's just like, this your daughter today.
Right.
This ain't my. This my
I
daughter,
get it.
This man, and I don't think it has anything to do with you. It has everything to do with the child.
I correct Brooke all the time. Like, hey, she be like, let me go get my son. My son too.
Yeah, but she going to get him.
Okay.
Well, it's her son till she bring him home, and then it's our son.
No, then it's my son because she don't want to deal with him.
Correct. So I go pick him up. It's my son. I pick him up. It's your son when we come home. Shit, you gotta pick your battles, baby.
Nope.
Yeah, pick your battles.
I'm a great debater.
Great debater. Great.
I want to fight.
Petty man.
Big petty man.
Big petty man.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
So
Turkey Bowl two couple years ago. Petty.
Oh, that wasn't petty.
That was petty.
I don't think it was petty.
I ain't had to do that, boy.
You didn't have to do it. I don't think it was petty though. I think it was just like you being petty and you crying about a turkey bowl game. So I'm gonna just show you like you can have something. I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you something to cry about. That's either way. That's neither here nor there. I think in this situation, I think it's a lesson to be learned in just the situation itself when you are parenting, when you're new parents, and you have to communicate more and more and more and more, because if you don't, like I've experienced whatever, like even if the communication you have, like when the child is first born, just go ahead and be prepared for that shit to change as the child gets older within that first year.
Oh yeah,
because of postpartum, because of like hormones, because of whatever.
Everything, yeah.
Just be ready for that to change. I mean, I've had things change like as if I never said it. Like we talked about this.
We just talked about it.
Literally just had a conversation. And no, okay. So I think that it's important to talk about things, remember what you try to like continue to communicate. Just don't talk about it one time. Talk about it multiple times just to make sure that you're on the same page with that person. Whether it be the internet when you first have a child, whether it be who they're around. Again, like you can't control who that person has the kid around or control where they go. Right. All you can do is really trust that other parent.
They're gonna put them in the best position.
They're not gonna. You gotta trust that they love and care about their child.
Because we do.
And I mean, and so if you're going to give us. It's one thing to where like you saying, I don't trust you. I don't want them going with you unless I'm there or whatever because you've seen something. It's another thing to say, okay, you can take the child. Now you got to give me a whole list of parameters as to where I can't go. No. We're not doing that.
And with me, you give me a whole list of parameters. You keep the motherfucker then. I don't.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
No.
Well, give me the paper.
No. I don't want the paper. I don't want to read nothing.
I'm not going to read it.
If you feel like I can't do nothing, you keep it.
If you feel like I can't. If you got to have all of this going on.
You want to go out and do what you want to do, but you don't want me to go out and do what I want to do with my kid. I can't go to the park with my kid because you think I'm going to let him eat something out there or something. It don't matter. I'm doing what the fuck I want to do.
And my thing is that the same grace that I'm giving you, I gotta trust you as his mother, then I need you to trust me as his father. That's all it comes down to. And I think that the trust that you have, and you can't project the relationship issues on the parenting. Like, you can't, just because we're not working out, just because we can't see the eye to eye on our relationship,
don't mean I don't see
doesn't
eye to eye on my
mean
kid.
that we can't see eye to eye on our kid.
God, I hate that.
And that's really what happens.
And that's what it is.
It's really that's what it is.
That's what builds the sense of entitlement. That's what builds it up,
everybody. Because it's just like, oh, well, you want shit as my partner. How can
so you
be
ain't gonna be shit as a parent?
Well, that's not necessarily true. I just don't like you, but I love my kid.
Yeah,
I don't like you.
Yeah,
I learned that I don't like you.
I've known people that had that fair goldfish for 2 years.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Those people should be in the Hall of Fame,
right? Because them bitches die for 2 weeks.
I mean, they're like bred to die.
Yeah,
like you just like this is a scam, just like everything else out here. The damn air don't stay in the damn blow up shits that they have, and the fish die. I mean, that's how I go.
I'm just saying. Some people know how to do shit that you don't think they know how to do.
Correct.
Just because they don't know how to be faithful to you or whatever to you or nurture you, don't mean they can't nurture their kid.
Exactly. And that's the same thing with, like, as the mother. Like, just because if if the man feels like he can, it'd be just like if the dude break up with his baby mom, just say, like, this ain't working or whatever. All right, now that we done broke up, I don't trust you around the kid. You terrible ass mama. You ain't shit. But I know niggas that are so mad that they baby mama won't be with them that they try to make them out to be
the bad
mom. And that's so sassy and nasty.
It is gay.
It's nasty.
We gonna call it gay.
Oh, so you are comfortable saying that word?
You know what?
You didn't say they swung the other way. That swing the other way.
Because I want to, you know what? I'm going to say it. I want to bring back a lot of terms that we used to say as kids.
We can't bring back the F word, bro.
Damn it.
We can't bring that back. I'm
but
sorry.
I can call somebody. I can.
You can call them that.
Not an actual. I won't do that.
Not an actual.
Yeah.
Don't call them that. They're not that.
Not an actual.
Just stop. All right, so this has been a great episode of Baby Daddy, and that's what we focusing on. And fathering, if you have kids, pay attention to your kids. They're gonna show you, what's going on. Don't be ever too afraid or too proud to get them the help and the resources that they need so they can be successful. I'm sorry, you're not gonna pray anything away. You're not gonna will it away. Get them the resources that they need so they can be successful, bro. Because at the end of the day, you just want to have a child that has a happy, peaceful life and is able to do things on their own, bro. Like, I know kids that without any like additional hindrance are just like unable to do for themselves,
right?
Because of like being spoiled or being just sheltered or whatever, because they parents want to give them everything and hindered them. Like, there's so many different hindrances out there that kids can have that are outside of like autism or anything that is psychological or in their brain or anything like that. So get the kids the help that they need, help them as much as possible, and just love on them, bro. Like,
I got a question.
Yeah.
And we're gonna end with for one, I gotta say this. You're right. Kids with autism, the real superheroes. Mm-hmm. They are. Mm-hmm. I got a question. Mm-hmm. Is Brody a nickname?
What's his middle name?
That's his middle name. Is Jamison Brody?
Is it a nickname?
Yeah. I know some Brodies. I done met a couple Brodies.
I don't think I think nicknames are only derivatives of the original name.
Like Sini.
Correct. That would be a nickname.
Rell.
Correct. That's a nickname. Brody's not a nickname. That's his name.
Justin, you heard it. Not a nickname.
Yeah, Justin, that's not a nickname. That's his middle name.
That's his middle name.
It's literally on his birth certificate. Yeah, like that wouldn't be going in quotations anywhere. No, that's his actual name. So he just goes by his middle name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't, that's not a nickname. Idiots. No, just kidding. All right, till next time. Till next time, this has been the Baby Daddy and segment of the Quality Truth Show. I'm the ignorant intellectual Mancini, and this is my nigga.
I just don't want to call you ignorant and intellectual. But I'm Rell.
The ignorant intellectual.
Okay, ignorant.
I am ignorant.
We both are ignorant.
Right.
But
Right. You better think of your own little tagline name. I got
not.
the ignorant intellectual, double I.
And everybody's baby daddy Rell.
Hey, I like it. Good night.
Good night.
Good shit.
That was probably one of the best.
That was a good episode.
That was a good top two.
That was a really good episode.
Top two.
You know what I gotta stop doing is when I have guests on, stop letting them dap me up.
Who dap you up?
Everybody else that's been on here besides you.
Well, technically, I'm not a guest.